So hello guys, welcome to the second lecture of the chapter Arithmetic Progression. In the last lecture we saw what is an AP, that is what is an arithmetic progression, and when a sequence can be called as an arithmetic progression, and we saw what does a means, that is the first term, a equal to the first term of an AP, and what does small d, that is d equal to the common difference, right? And also we learned how to find the common difference in an AP, that is by using the formula a n plus 1 minus a of n, that is, or else a2 minus a1, or else a3 minus a2, like doing the subtraction between a successive and the preceding term, you will be getting the succeeding and the preceding term, you will be getting the common difference. That's what we learned in the previous lecture. Also we solved two examples based upon the same concept, guys. So before watching this lecture, please make sure that you watch the last lecture, guys, so that this lecture you'll be able to understand it quite easily. In this lecture we'll be solving the entire exercise 5.1, right? So that's it, guys. So without much delay, let's go to the first question, which says, in which of the following situations does the list of numbers involved make an arithmetic progression, and why? Okay guys, in your example also in the last lecture we solved few similar questions. They had given us a series, and then we had to tell that whether it's an AP or not. So we had found that by doing all the subtraction between two consecutive terms, between a successive and a succeeding and a preceding term, and we used to find whether if the common difference is same throughout the series, we used to tell it's an AP, or else we used to tell it's not an AP, right? Similarly, here they are given in a verbal form. These are called as word problems, right? They are given in words. We have to convert first into equation, the numbers, sequence of numbers, and then we have to analyze on that number whether it's an AP or not, right? So first let's go to the first sub question, guys. It says the taxi fare after each kilometer, when the fare is rupees 15 for the first kilometer and 8 for each additional kilometer. Okay guys, so they're telling in a taxi fare, the fare of taxi is rupees 15 for the first kilometer, and then after the 15 rupees, all the subsequent kilometers it's going to charge you plus 8 rupees. Getting it, guys? Plus 8 for each kilometers. So the sequence will become like 15 for the first kilometer, 15 plus 8 for the second kilometer, that will become 23. After you travel second kilometer, you have to pay 23 rupees, right? After your third kilometer, it will become 23 plus 8, that is 31, then 39, and then 47, and so on, right? Correct, guys? 15 plus 8 is 23, 23 plus 8 is 31, 31 plus 8 is 39, and 39 plus 8 is 47, right? So this is the AP formed. No, this is the sequence formed. Now we have to tell whether it's an AP or not. To find whether it's an AP or not, what we'll do? We'll first subtract, that is, first we'll do A2 minus A1. Of that we'll also do A3 minus A1, A2, and then A4 minus A3. We'll check whether they are coming to be same or not. That is, all these are called as common difference, that is D, right? So in this case it is 8, in this case it is 8, even in this case, that is 39 minus 31 is also 8. If you see, we are getting constantly the common difference as 8, which means this sequence is an AP, guys, right? So that's the whole question, guys. We have to tell whether it's an AP or not. So okay, we'll also do this one. A5 minus A4 equal to 8. Okay, if they ask how is this 8, you'll be writing as, okay, we have to write this first, right? Like how 8? Wait, let me first write these numbers. So this is 23 minus 15, and this one is 31 minus 23, 39 minus 31, 47 minus 39, right? 8, 8, 8 again, 8 again. Getting it, guys? So this is also equal to D. Done, guys. If you see, you will conclude by saying that since the common difference between all the terms is equal to 8, therefore it is an AP, that is, it's an arithmetic progression. That's it, guys. Now you can take the screenshot if you want. After this, let's go to the next example, next sub question. Okay guys, now let's go to the second sub question. which says the amount of air present in a cylinder when a vacuum pump removes 1/4 of the air remaining in the cylinder at a time. Okay guys, so they're saying this is a cylinder and a vacuum pump removes 1/4 of the air remaining at a time. Getting it? In the cylinder. For example, if this is a cylinder, consider this as a cylinder. Okay, actually it doesn't look like cylinder. Okay, fine. Okay, right, if this is a cylinder, I have drawn it horizontally. It's going to remove 1/4 of the air in the cylinder present at first. That is, if this is half, this is 1/4, right? This is 1/4 part of this whole cylinder, right? First it's going to remove this 1/4 part of the air. It's going to, from a vacuum, getting it, from a vacuum, 1/4 of the air is going to, it's going to suck the 1/4 of the air. After that, this will be remaining, right? This portion will be remaining after this 1/4 of the air is being removed. And then they're saying 1/4 of this portion remaining will be removed in the next step. That is, how much is remaining now? Here already 1/4 is over. Out of 1/4 is already removed in the first step. In the second step, how much will be remaining? Only 3/4 will be remaining, right? 1/4 of that 3/4 is being removed. That is, 3/4 minus 1/4 of that 3/4 is being removed. Getting it guys? In the second step. So this was the first step. First step was 1 minus 1/4. This was the second step. After this, what can be the third step? Third step will be, okay, first we have to find this for the third step. So this will become like 3/4 minus 3/16. So now we have to take the LCM and find the fraction. This will come into 4. This will become 12 minus 3/16. This will become 12 minus 3 is 9. It will become 9/16. In the second step, the amount of air remaining will be this one, guys. In the first step, the amount of air remaining was 3/4, right? 1 minus 1/4 is 3/4. In the second step, the amount of air remaining is this one. In the third step now, okay, this is the first step. This is the second step. They're saying at a time, right? Remaining at a time. So this is the first time, and this is the second time. Now let's find for the third time. For the third time, it's going to be like 9/16 minus 1/4 of 9/16. Getting it? 1/4 of 9/16. That is, now what will be the LCM? LCM is going to be into 4. This will become like 36 minus 9, 27. 27/16. Getting it guys? So this will be the third time. Getting it? So now these 3 terms are enough to form a AP guys. So now the AP is like 9/6, no, what's the first term? Yeah, first term is 3/4 and the second is 9/16 and third is 27/16. So the AP is, so the AP formed, we have to form AP first from the given conditions in the question. So the AP formed is 3/4 comma 9/16 comma 27/16. Getting it guys? So what's happening? No, it's not 16 here. Sorry guys, there's a small mistake which I did. Here the LCM is not 16, but it is 4 into 16. That is 32/64. Getting it guys? It is 64 here. There's a small mistake guys, sorry for that. Right, so this is the AP. This is the AP formed from this question. Now we have to check whether it's an AP. Sorry guys, it's not an AP. Okay, this is a small mistake now. This is not an AP. This is just a sequence formed using the conditions of the question. Now we have to check whether it's an AP or not. For that, what we have to do? We have to do the subtraction, right? A2 minus A1, and we should do A3 minus A2, and we have to also do A4 minus, there's no A4 term, so we'll do only still A2 minus A1 and A3 minus A2 and check whether they are the same. If they are not the same, we'll conclude by saying that it's not an AP, and if they are the same, we'll say the common difference is same throughout the terms, which means it's an AP, right? So let's do the subtraction guys. So first subtraction is A2 minus A1. A2 minus A1 is 9/16 minus 3/4. Now if I do this, this will become into 4. This becomes 36. 36 minus 3 is 33. By here down, denominator becomes 16. So this is the difference between these two terms. Now let's try to find the difference between these two terms. That will be 27 by 64 minus 9/16. So here you have to multiply into 4. This will become like, right, I'm doing it correct, right? Yeah. Oh, just a minute guys. So this becomes, let me check this step first. 9 by 16 minus 3 by 4. Okay, this is a small mistake which I did here. I'll rub this guys, I'll do it again. Oh, I have done a very silly mistake in taking the LCM, right? 9 by 16 minus 3 by 4. Here you have to multiply into 4. In the last step I had multiplied here into 4, so only it came in positive. Actually it's going to come in negative now. This is going to become 9 minus 12 by 16. That is minus 3 by 16, right? 3 by 16. Correct now guys? Yeah, it's minus 3 by 16. Now we'll do 27 by 36 minus 9 by 16. So this is going to become like 27 minus 36. 27 minus 36 by 64. So this is going to become like 11 by 64. So this is the difference which has come between these two terms, right? Between these two terms, this was the difference which has come. That is minus 3 by 16, and the difference between these two terms is minus 11 by 64. Getting it guys? Are they both same? Are they both same? No. In an AP, the common difference between all the terms, that is D, should be the same, right? Here it is not the same, which means this series which we obtained from the question is not an AP. Done guys. So finally you'll conclude here. Since I don't have space, I'm going to write it here. In your answer sheet, you're going to write it in the next line, saying that the question condition is not an arithmetic progression, that is AP. That's it guys. Now you can take the screenshot if you want. Let's go to the next question of this. Okay guys, I'll just give a quick glance what we did. The thing is that they're saying the amount of air present in a cylinder is being removed 1/4 of its presence every time, right? Each time, at a time, right? At a time and every time. So first, a cylinder is going to have completely filled with air, right? So one portion, that is, if you consider one cylinder as one whole cylinder as 1, right? If you consider 1, you're going to minus 1 by 4 with it to get the air remaining after the first suction of the vacuum pump. That will become 1 minus 1 by 4 will become equal to 3 by 4. After that, what will happen? 1 by 4th of that 3 by 4 which is remaining will be sucked out using the vacuum pump in the second step. That will become 3 by 4 is remaining right from the first step. 1 by 4th of that 3 by 4th. So we are going to multiply them. Only then you will be able to get the 1 by 4th of that 3 by 4th. Then you will get that in the second process 9 by 16th of the cylinder will be filled with air. 9 by 16th part of a cylinder, that is fraction 9 by 16 will be remaining in the air. In the third step, what you will do is 9 by 16 minus again 1 by 4th will be sucked out again with the vacuum pump, right? Because they're telling 1 by 4th of the air remaining in the cylinder will be sucked out every time. So 1 by 4th of that 9 by 16, the remaining will be 27 by 64. So these remaining things which are present in the cylinder after taking out each time 1 by 4th is what they had given us to form a sequence. We formed the sequence and we calculated the difference between succeeding and the preceding term, and it did not come to be same in two cases, that is A2 minus A1 and A3 minus A2. The difference didn't come out to be same, which means we concluded saying that this question is not an AP satisfying question, right? That's it guys. I hope you understood this question, right? After this, let's go to the third sub question. Okay guys, now let's go to the third sub question. Third sub question is saying the cost of digging a well after each meter of digging, when it costs rupees 150 for the first meter and rises by rupees 50 for each subsequent meter. Okay, so now we have to find whether it's an AP or not, right? So this is the third question, sub question. So they're telling guys, for the first meter, if there's a well like this, okay, there's ground like this, right? This is the ground level. You got to dig a well. When you're digging a well, for example, say this long meters, what happens is, for example, this is 1 meter. The first meter down the earth, it's going to cost you rupees 150. After that, all subsequent meters, that is the next 1 meter, getting it? So this becomes totally 2 meter depth is going to cost you 50 rupees. So still here it's going to cost you rupees 150 plus 50, that is 200 rupees. After that, if you go 1 more meter down, it's going to cost you one more 50 rupees. For subsequent depth, it's going to cost you 50 rupees for each meter. So then this whole thing will become 3 meters, right? This whole thing will become 3 meters, and totally it's going to cost you, this is 200, and this whole thing is going to cost you 150 plus 50 plus 50, it's going to cost you 250 rupees. Getting it? As it will keep increasing, guys. For the next thing, that is 3 meters long, for 4 meters long, it's going to cost 250 plus 50, 300. Getting it, guys? It will keep increasing. That is, if this is AP, the general form of an AP is like this, right? A1, A2, A3, A4 and so on. In this case, A1 is going to be equal to 150, that is for the first meter, right? For the first meter, and A2 equal to 150 plus 50, that is equal to A1 plus D equal to 150 plus 50 equal to 200 for the second meter dig, after the second meter dig. And for A3, it's going to become A1 plus 2D, right? Getting it? Equal to 200 plus 50, another 50 rupees extra for the next 1 meter of digging, right? So it's going to become 250 for the third meter dig, after the third meter dig, right? Meter. Right, after that it keeps on going. So if you see what's the AP pattern, guys, it's like 150, 200, again plus 50, 250, 300, 350 and so on. So if this is the AP, A is going to be 150 and D is going to be difference between them, that is 50 constant in all terms. The difference between the succeeding and the preceding term is constant, guys. That is D is coming out to be equal to 50 throughout the sequence, which means the given question, the case is an AP. Therefore, right, therefore it is an AP. Done, guys. This is the answer. Now let's go to the next sub question. You can take the screenshot. Okay, guys, now let's go to the fourth sub question. Fourth sub question says the amount of money in the account every year when rupees 10,000 is deposited at a compound interest at 8% per annum. Okay, guys, so going according to the question, they are saying first they're going to deposit 10,000 rupees and then 8% interest comes to it every year. That is, if you are depositing 10,000 rupees, this is the money which you are depositing, right? At the end of 1 year, what will happen? 8% will get increased. That is, this money will become 10,000 plus 8% of 10,000. 8% of 10,000 is 800 rupees. So this will become 10,800 rupees. Getting it, guys? That is compounded, right? Now compounded means now the next year when the compound is made, that is the total money is made, that will be 8% of this money. Getting it, guys? 8% of this plus 8% of this, then it will become 10,800 plus 8% of 10,800. This is 8%, right, guys? 8% means 8 by 100 into this money plus this thing is going to give you, it's going to give you the third month's salary, I mean the third month's bank balance, right? So these two zeros and these two zeros is going to get cancelled, and here it will become 108 into 8. Okay, so 108 into 8 is 648 into 8. Okay, so it is like 1800 plus 864 plus 864. Getting it, guys? So this is going to become 4 and this will become 6 and this will become 1611. So it is going to become like 11664. So it's going to become 11664. Getting it, guys? Right, so I'll rub this calculation part now. Now if you see, right, so this is the sequence, guys. 3 terms are enough to prove whether it's an AP or not. Getting it, guys? So the minimum number of terms which is required to prove whether it's an AP or not is 3, right? With 2 you can't, right? So minimum is 3, because we can check the difference between these two terms, and in the next step we can check the difference between these two terms. That is, we'll get the difference, right? If you have only 2, you can get only one difference. We need to find 2 difference so that we can compare that whether those 2 differences are same or not. If those 2 differences are same, you will conclude saying that it's an AP. If the difference is different, then you'll say it's not an AP, right? So 3 terms are enough. Now let's check whether it's an AP or not, right guys? So A2 minus A1, right, is equal to 1800 10,800 minus 10,000. It's going to become equal to 800. Getting it, guys? Now A3 minus A2. So this is nothing but equal to interest amount after year 1. Now let's find the interest amount after year 2. That's going to become A3 minus A2. That is 11664 minus 10800. This will become equal to, let me do it in calculator, guys, just a minute. You will have to do it by yourself, right? Since I want to save some time, I'm doing it in calculator, and it's a simple subtraction. It is 864 interest amount after year 2. If you see, guys, the interest amount after year 1 is 800 and the interest amount after year 2 is 864, that is 864. If you see the difference, that is after 1 year the interest amount which is getting added to the bank, right, that is changing, that is not the same. That was 800 initially, and after that it became 864. If you see, it's going to keep on changing, which means the common difference is not same. That is, there's no common difference, it's only the difference which is not common, guys, right? So that's not a common difference, so you will say it is not an AP. The sequence of interests or bank balance is not in an AP arithmetic progression. That's it, guys. This is the end of your first question. We solved 4 sub questions in the first question of the first question. Now after this, let's go to the second question of your exercise, guys, right? You can take the screenshot now. Okay, guys, now let's go to the second question of your exercise, which says write first 4 terms of an AP when the first term A and the common difference D are given as follows. Okay, guys, in the second question they have given us 5 sub questions, that is, they're given 5 values of A and D. We have to first find the sequence. First we have to write the sequence, and then okay, yeah, that's what guys, we have to just write the sequence because they are given A and D. We can write the sequence, right? Okay, guys, done. So they are given, it's all AP itself. There's no need to tell that it's not an AP or AP, right, like the previous questions. Let's go to the solution part now. So how is an AP, what is the general form of an AP, guys? AP is like A plus D, A plus 2D, A plus 3D, and so on. This is the general form of an AP, right? So if you put the values of A and D in this general form, you will get the AP automatically, right? So let's put the values. So this is going to become A, just A, that is 10. So here it's going to become A plus 10, that is 10 plus 10, 20. Here it's going to become 10 plus 2 into 10, 10 plus 20, that is 30, then 40, and so on. Getting it, guys? So this is the AP when A is 10 and D is 10. And now let's go to the second sub question where same formula, guys. A plus D, A plus 2D, A plus 3D, and so on. This formula will use everywhere, right? The general formula. So here in this case it will become minus 2, minus 2, minus 2, minus 2. Why, guys? Because the difference is 0, which means the common difference between all the terms is going to be 0, which means there is going to be no difference between the terms, which means it's going to be the same. The term are going to repeat throughout the sequence, throughout the AP. Done. Let's go to the third question now. So this is going to become like, yeah, same formula, right? A plus D, A plus 2D, A plus 3D, and so on. So if you put the values of A and D here, it will become 4, 1, minus 2, minus 5 minus 8. Getting it? Because you're subtracting 3 every case. Every time you're subtracting 3 from the previous number. Minus 8, minus 11, and so on. Getting it, guys? So this is your third sub question. Now let's go to the fourth sub question, where the difference is half. So it's going to become like minus 1 and then minus half, 0, half, 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, and so on. Getting it, guys? They're saying the common difference is 2, which means you have to add half every time. When you add half to minus 1, it becomes minus half. When you add half to minus half, it's going to become 0. Minus half plus half, 0. When you add half to the when you add half to 0, it's going to become half. When you add half to half, it's going to become 1. When you add half to 1, it's going to become 1.5, and so on. It's going to continue. And this is the series, guys. It is nothing but equal to same thing. Even if you put the value of a and d in this formula, in each case you have to actually write this formula, guys. Since the general form of AP is this one, you got to write here, and then by substituting the value of a and d into this general form, you'll be getting the AP. Like that, step by step you have to do. Since it's same question everywhere, it's the same. So I wrote it here and I'm doing it directly, but in your exam you have to write it step by step, right? Now let's go to the fifth sub question. So A is minus 1.25 and D is 0.25, which means every subsequent time you have to minus it with 0.25. That's the meaning, guys. So when you minus it with 0.25, this will become minus 1.5, minus 1.75, minus 2.0, minus 2.25. Getting it, guys? Every time it's getting reduced with 0.25, that is, it's minusing, right? So it is getting reduced, so it's becoming like this, guys. So that's it, guys. This was your second question. I hope you all understood this second question. You can note it down or take the screenshot. After this, let's go to the third question of this exercise 5.1. Okay, guys, now let's go to the third question of your exercise, which says, for the following APs, write the first term and the common difference. Okay, guys, so they've given us 4 sub questions in which they have given us the AP. So we have to find the first term and the common difference. So first term is easy to find, guys. It's the first term in the sequence, as simple as that, right? So this is the first term here, 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 as simple as that, guys. So here you can write as A equal to 3. Here you can write as, okay, first here only we'll even find the value of D. D is nothing but equal to A2 minus A1, right? So D equal to A2 minus A1, which is equal to 1 minus 3. Getting it? Just a minute, guys. So it's 1 minus 3 equal to minus 2. So D is minus 2 in this case, and A equal to 3. As simple as that, guys. Now let's go to the second sub question, where A equal to minus 5, right, and D equal to A2 minus A1, that is minus 3 minus of minus 5 equal to 4. So this is the D value. Now let's go to the third sub question, where A equal to 1 by 3 and D equal to A2 minus A1, which is equal to 5 by 3 minus 1 by 3, which is equal to 4 by 3. So this is the value of D and this is the value of A. Now let's go to the fourth sub question, where A equal to 0.6, where A is the first term, right? So they're asking the first term. So first term is nothing but equal to A. Getting it, guys? A equal to 0.6 and D equal to A2 minus A1, which is equal to 1.7 minus 0.6, which is equal to 1.1. This is the D. That's it, guys. That's pretty much. That's all about your question number 3. Now I'll move aside. You can take the screenshot. One of the most easiest question, I would say, in this entire chapter. Right. Now let's go to the next question. That's question number 4. Okay, guys. Now let's go to question number 4. Question number 4 says, which of the following are APs? If they form an AP, find the common difference and write 3 more terms. Okay, guys. They have given us few set of sub questions. Actually they have given 16 sub questions, guys. So first 7 I wrote still here, and the second 7 afterwards I'll write it. Right. Let's go to the first sub question now. If you see this, it's 2, 4, 8, 16. If you see the difference, guys, to be an AP, as I said to you, the difference should be constant, right? The difference should be same throughout all the terms. That is, the difference between these two terms, all the differences should be the same. That is, here the difference is going to be a2 minus a1 equal to 2, and afterwards a3 minus a2 is going to be equal to 8 minus 4, which is, okay, so I'll write it in a bit detailed. a2 minus a1 is 4 minus 2, that is 2. Here a3 minus a2 is 8 minus 4, which is 4. If you see here, guys, this is the difference, right? These are differences. The differences isn't the same, they are changing, which means it's not an AP. Getting it, guys? The difference should be same throughout the terms. That's the condition of AP, right? So it's not an AP. The first sub question is not an AP. Now let's go to the second sub question. If you find the D here, a2 minus a1, you will get 5 by 2 minus 2, that is 2.5 minus 2, that is 0.5. If you do a3 minus a2, 3 minus 2.5, you will get 0.5 again. Again, if you do a4 minus a3, you will get 3.5. 7 by 2 is 3.5, right? 3.5 minus 3, again you will get 0.5. If you see here, all the D are the same, which means it forms an AP. That is, D means common difference, right? Common difference is same throughout, so it forms an AP. Now let's go to the third sub question. If you see here, guys, okay, same way we'll take D equal to a2 minus a1, that is here equal to minus 3.2 minus of minus 1.2, which becomes equal to minus 2, right? This becomes plus 1.2, minus 3.2 plus 1.2 will become minus 2. Now if you do a3 minus a2, it will become 5.2 minus of minus 5.2 minus of minus 3.2. This will become equal to minus 2 again. So if you see here, the difference is same. Getting it, guys? The difference is same, which means it's an AP. Right, guys? Correct. Now let's go to the fourth sub question. Fourth sub question, it is minus 10 minus 6 minus 2. Okay, first we'll find D. That's what we have to do it, guys. So a2 minus a1 equal to minus 6 minus of minus 10 will give you minus 6 plus 10. Getting it? Minus 6 plus 10, it will become plus 4. Now you find for these two differences found. Now let's find the difference between these two. It will become a3 minus a2, which is nothing but equal to minus 2 minus of minus 6. This will become again 4, right? This is also 4, this is also 4. If you see, the difference is same, right? The difference is same, which means even this one is an AP. Getting it, guys? That's how we'll be doing throughout the questions, all the questions, right? Now if you come to this sub question, it is like 3 comma 3 plus root 2 comma 3 plus 2 root 2 comma 3 plus 3 root 2. Okay, guys, now let's find the difference between a2 and a1. This will become like 3 plus root 2 minus 3. Getting it? 3 plus root 2 minus 3. This will become equal to root 2. Correct? No. Now let's find D here. a3 minus a2. This will become equal to 3 plus 2 root 2 minus 3 plus root 2. This will become equal to root 2 again. Right. Now let's go to D, where a4 minus a3 equal to 3 plus 3 root 2 minus 3 plus 2 root 2 equal to root 2. If you see here, guys, it is the same. Everywhere it's coming as root 2, which means D equal to root 2. It is same everywhere, which means it is an AP. So this series is an AP. Getting it, guys? Each term is getting incremented with root 2. First it was only root 2. First there was no root term at all. There was only 3. After that it became 3 plus root 2. After that it became 3 plus 2 root 2. After that 3 plus 3 root 2 and so on. Every time it's getting incremented with root 2. So it forms an AP. Here if you see, guys, this is actually not an AP. If you see itself, you will get to know it's not an AP. Because if you do, for example, if you take D, a2 minus a1, if you do, it will become 0.22 minus 0.2. This will become 0.02. Getting it, guys? Now if you try to find D for a3 minus a2, between these two terms is found. Now let's find for these two terms. It will become 0.002. Getting it? It will become 0.002 and so on it will go. If you see, the D is not the same, right? Which means they are not the same, which means it is not an AP. Getting it, guys? Now let's go to the 7th sub question. Now let's find D here. D will be for these two terms, A2 minus A1, which is equal to minus 4 minus 0 equal to minus 4. Again, if you find for these two terms, that is A3 minus A2, it will give you minus 8 minus of minus 4. This will become minus 8 plus 4, which will become minus 4. Getting it, guys? The D is same. D is same, which means it is an AP. Getting it, guys? Done. I think it became a bit clumsy. The board became a bit clumsy because we have taken all the 7 questions in one time itself, right? So I thought it's small, but the process became a bit big. So I mean, it looks clumsy, but I didn't think it would become clumsy, right? So sorry for that, guys. I should have taken at least only 4 questions at a time, but that's fine. I guess you people understood. It's very easy concept. You can take the screenshot now. After this, let's go to the next set of questions. Okay, guys, so now let's go to the 4th question. 4th question says, which of the following are APs? If they form an AP, find the common difference D and write 3 more terms. Right, just a minute, guys. Just to make this thing all right. Yeah, okay, guys, so they are given us series of questions. So actually they are given 16 sub questions under the question number 4, guys. So first we'll do this first 6 questions and then we'll see the next set of questions, right? So first we have to tell whether the series given is an AP. If it is an AP, we have to find the next 3 terms, right? So to find whether a series is an AP or not, guys, so what's the method? The method is the difference between the terms, right? So the difference between the terms, that is the common difference between all the succeeding term and the preceding term, should be the same throughout the series, right? That is D, which is equal to A2 minus A1 equal to, in this case, 4 minus 2 is equal to 2. It's coming 2 in the first 2 set, which we consider first 2 numbers, for the first 2 numbers, and the difference between the next 2 numbers, for first 2 numbers it came 2, for the next 2 numbers it is A3 minus A2, which comes out to be equal to 8 minus 4, that is 4. Getting it, guys? Now for the next 2 numbers, if you consider D equal to A4 minus A3, that will become 16 minus 8, the difference is becoming 8. If you see here, guys, the difference is changing. The difference should be constant. That's the condition for an AP, right? If you see here, the difference is changing, which means this number set, this sequence, this series of number doesn't form an AP. It's not an AP. Getting it, guys? That's how you're going to solve it. That's how you'll be concluding at the last, saying that since the difference between the terms are not same throughout the series, you will conclude saying it's not an AP. Now let's go to the second sub question, guys, where they are given 2, 5 by 2, 3, 7 by 2. If you see here, guys, 5 by 2 is nothing but equal to 2.5, right? 5 by 2 is 2.5. So this you can also write like 2, 2.5, 3, and 7 by 2 is 3.5, and so on. Now if you find the value of D, guys, for this series, that is D equal to A2 minus A1. Just a minute, guys. Right, if you try to find the value of D for this one, A2 minus A1, this will become 2.5 minus 2 equal to 0.5. For A3 minus A2, this will become 3 minus 2.5 equal to 0.5. For D equal to A4 minus A3, this will become 3.5 minus 3.0, that is 3, nothing but equal to 0.5. So if you see here, guys, between all the terms here, between all the 2 consecutive terms, the difference is coming out to be same, right? The difference, that's the common difference, is coming out to be same, which means this series is an AP. Getting it, guys? So this series is an AP. Right, now let's go to the third sub question, which is minus 1.2, minus 3.2, minus 5.2, minus 7.2, and so on. Okay, guys, there's one step which you forgot in the second sub question. They said if it forms an AP, find 3 more terms, right? So the next 3 terms are going to be this plus 0.5, because the common difference is 0.5. So it is 3.5 plus 0.5, this will become 4. After that, again plus 0.5, it will become 4.5. Again after that plus 0.5, that will become 5. Getting it, guys? These are the 3 terms which we found after we continued the series. Still 3 more terms, right? Done. Now if you see this, guys, we have to find the common difference for this one as well. D equal to a2 minus a1. In this case it becomes minus 3.2 minus of minus 1.2. This will become minus 3.2, minus into minus becomes plus 1.2. This will become minus 2. Getting it, guys? How minus 2? Minus 3.2 plus 1.2 is going to give you minus 2. Now let's go to D equal to a3 minus a2, which is going to become equal to minus 5.2 minus of minus 3.2. This will become minus 5.2 minus of minus 3.2 will become minus 2 again, right? After that, let's go to the next D. Let's check it for the next 2 terms as well, that is a4 minus a3. This will become minus 7.2 minus of minus 5.2. This will become minus 2 again. If you see here, guys, in this entire sequence the difference is being same, that is minus 2 throughout, which means it is an AP. Correct, guys? If you see here also, if you see the sequence also, the number is getting reduced by 2 each time, that is it's becoming minus 2 each time, right? So it forms an AP. Now our job is to find the next 3 terms in an AP. So what you will do, you will add minus 2 to this, right? Or else you'll subtract 2 to this. Both have the same meaning. You have to add minus 2 to this number, minus 7.2. That time you will get minus 9.2. When you add minus 2 to this again, you will get minus 11.2. After that again minus 13.2. These are the 3 numbers which you have to find since it's an AP, and the next 3 terms are these 3 numbers, right, in the sequence, right? Now let's go to the 4th sub question, guys, sorry, right? Now if you see here, it is minus 10 comma minus 6 comma minus 2 and so on. Now let's find the D. D equal to a2 minus a1. In this case it will become minus 6 minus of minus 10. This becomes plus 4, right? Now let's find D equal to a3 minus a2 equal to minus 2 minus of minus 6 equal to 4. Now let's go to D equal to a4 minus a3 equal to 2 of minus 2. This will become plus 4 again. Getting it, guys? How I did this, right? See, a4 minus a3 is 2, minus of minus 2, minus into minus becomes plus, so it becomes 2 plus 2, which is nothing but equal to 4. So if you see here in this sequence, the common difference is coming out to be 4 throughout, which means the common difference is same throughout, which means it is an AP. Getting it, guys? It is an AP, right? Just a minute, guys. Right, done. So okay, since it's an AP, we have to find the next 3 terms as well. So the next 3 terms are going to be 2 plus 4, that will become 6, and then 6 plus 4, that will become 10, and then 10 plus 4, that will become 14. These are the next 3 terms in the series, right, guys? Now let's go to the 5th sub question, which is 3 comma 3 plus root 2 plus 3 plus 2 root 2 plus comma 3 plus 3 root 2. Getting it, guys? So we have to find the common difference first. If you find the common difference, it's going to come a2 minus a1. In this case, it's going to be 3 plus root 2 minus 3. Getting it, guys? This minus this is going to give you a2 minus a1, which comes out to be equal to root 2. This 3 and this 3 will get cancelled, only root 2 will be remaining. Now let's go to D equal to a3 minus a2, which will be equal to 3 plus 2 root 2 minus 3 plus root 2. Again this will be come out to equal to 3 will get cancelled. 2 root 2 minus root 2 is going to give you root 2, right? Now if you go to a4 minus a3, this will become equal to 3 plus 3 root 2 minus 3 plus 2 root 2 equal to root 2 again, right? If this will be root 2 again, the difference, if you see, is the same throughout, right? The difference is same throughout, which means it is an AP. Getting it, guys? It is an arithmetic progression, since the difference between the terms is same throughout. Now let's go and find the next 4 terms. After 3 root 2, it will become 4 root 2, right? So it will become 3 plus 4 root 2. After that, it will become 3 plus 5 root 3. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry, guys. Sorry for this. mistake, since here it is 3, I'm getting confused and writing here also as 3, so it's actually root 2, right? Here also root 2, 3 plus 6 root 2. Excuse me guys. Right. So these are the next 3 terms in the series. Right, done with this. Now let's go to the 6th sub question, guys. So 6th sub question is 0. Just a minute guys, really sorry for this. Okay guys, now let's go to the 6th sub question, which is 0.2, 0.22, 0.222, 0.4 times 2, right? 4 2's. So we have to tell whether it's an AP or not. Right, now if you see guys, we have to find the D first, right? Just a minute guys. Yeah, you have to find the D. So if you find D for the first 2 terms, A2 minus A1, you're going to get 0.22 minus 0.2. This will give you 0.02. Now if you go and find D for A3 minus A2, this will give you 0.222 minus 0.22. This will give you 0.002. Right, now if you go and find D for A4 minus A3, this will become 0.222 minus 0.222. This will become equal to 0.002. Getting it guys? If you see here, the D are not the same, right? In fact, the D is getting reduced by the factor of 10. Getting it? It's not the same, it's different, which means it is not an AP. It's not an AP, so there's no need to find the next 3 terms. You can't find it. I mean, you can find it seeing the pattern, but there's no need to find the next 3 terms since it's not an AP. Alright guys, now I'll move aside. You can take the screenshot. After this, let's go to the next set of questions under the same question. Okay guys, now let's go to the next set of questions. Right, next set of questions, we have taken 6 questions, right? It's the same thing guys. We have to analyze the series, check whether it's an AP. If it's an AP, we have to write the next 3 terms in the series. As simple as that, right? To check whether it's an AP, what we have to do is, first we have to find the D, right? D equal to A2 minus A1. If we do this for this series, it will become minus 4 minus 0, right? This will become equal to minus 4. Now if you do A3 minus A2, this will become minus 8 minus of minus 4, right? This will become minus 8 minus of minus 4. This will become equal to minus 4 again. If you do D for A4 minus A3, this will become minus 12 minus of minus 8. This will become minus 4 again. If you see guys, the D, that is the difference between each terms here, is the same. It's being constant. It's the same. Just a minute guys. Right, so it's being the same, which means it is an AP. So let's go and find the next 3 terms in the series. So what you have to do is you have to add just minus 4 in this number. This will become, after minus 12, it becomes minus 16, minus 20 and minus 24. These are the next 3 terms in the series guys. As simple as that. Done. Now let's go to the 8th sub question, which is minus half comma minus half minus half. It goes on, right? Now if you find this D, which is A2 minus A1, this will be minus half, right? Minus half minus of minus half. This will become minus half, minus into minus plus half. It will become equal to 0. It will be the same everywhere. A3 minus A2 minus half minus of minus half. Again this will become equal to 0. If you see the difference between each term, all the term is minus half, right? The difference between all term is equal to 0, which means it's an AP. The difference should remain same throughout the series. That's the only condition guys, which has been satisfied in this condition, which means it is an AP. Now to find the next 3 terms, there's nothing much we have to do. We have to just add 0 to this term, which means it's going to remain the same again. Minus half and minus half. Guys, suddenly I'm feeling that the lighting of the room has increased, maybe because of high voltage or something, I don't know. Is it right? The board has become brightened up, I guess. All of a sudden, I feel like that. Okay guys, let's go ahead. Right. Now let's go to the 9th sub question. It is 1, 3, 9, 27. If you see here guys, it is not an AP. Clearly you can say, because the difference is becoming more. It's not the difference between the term as we go ahead in the series, it's becoming more. It's not the same. So still we'll do it once. So it is a2 minus a1 equal to 3 minus 1 equal to 2. Now if you do for a3 minus a2, it's going to become 9 minus 3, that is 6. If you do for a4 minus a3, it's going to become 27 minus 9, it's going to become equal to 18. If you see here guys, the difference is not the same, it's changing, right? The difference is not the same, which means it's not an AP. That's it guys, as simple as that. Now let's go to the 10th sub question. Here if you see, okay, let's take the difference now directly. It is 2a minus a equal to a. Difference between the next two terms, that is 3a minus 2a, is also equal to a. Difference 4a minus 3a between these two terms, all the terms is same. The difference between all the terms in this sequence is same, that is a, which means it is an AP. Getting it guys? Just a minute guys, I'll be back. Now let's go and find the next 4 terms. Right, next 3 terms. To find the next 3 terms, what you'll do? You will just add the difference to the last term, right? You will keep adding the difference to the last term. You'll be getting the next term in the series. So after 4a, it's going to be 4a plus a, that is 5a. After that 6a, and after that 7a. Getting it guys? These are the next 3 terms in this series, right? Done. Now let's go to the 11th sub question, which is a square, a cube, a to the power 4. If you see here guys, if you find d, right, it's going to be a square, a square, okay, a2 minus a1, which is equal to a square minus a. Getting it? This is the final form guys, you can't simplify it further. This is going to be like this only. Now if you find d for the next 2 terms, it's going to be a3 minus a2, that will become a cube minus a square. If you see this one, even these both are not same, right? You're getting it? A square minus a cannot be equal to a cube minus a square for a general case, right? If you find for next 2 terms, a4 minus a3, it's going to be a to the power 4 minus a to the power 3. If you see, all these d are different from each other, which means it is not an AP. Getting it guys? Now let's go to the 12th sub question, right? Now if you find the d for this is going to be like a2 minus a1 equal to root 8 minus root 2. Getting it guys? So this can be simplified. Root 8 can be written as 2 root 2 minus root 2. So root 2 minus 1. You can write it like this in simplified form. Right. Now let's try to find for the next 2 terms, that is a3 minus a2. This will become root 18 minus root 8. So this can be written as root 9 into 2 minus root 8. Getting it guys? So this will become 9 will come out as 3. So 3 root 2 minus root 8. So this is the simplified form guys. If you see, these two are not the same, right? Getting it? These two are not the same. The difference is not coming same throughout the terms, which means it's not an AP guys. Right? So since it's not an AP, there's no need to find the next 3 terms. That's it guys. Now you can take the screenshot. After this, let's go to the next 6, how much? 12 is over. Still there are 4 sub questions in this question. After this, we'll be winding up this exercise guys. So you can take the screenshot now. Okay guys, now let's go to the last set of questions in this chapter, right? 1 minute guys, there's one more sub question. I think I missed it out because there are still 16. No guys, okay, it's still 15 only. Okay guys, so now let's go to these sub questions. So what we'll do now? We'll find d for this. D equal to a2 minus a1, which is equal to, in this case, root 6 minus root 3. Getting it? Again, let's do d for next 2 terms, that is a3 minus a2 equal to root 9 minus root 6. Getting it guys? After that, if you do d for the next 2 terms, it will become a4 minus a3, which will be equal to a root 12 minus root 9. So this is going to become like, this you can write it as root 2 root 3 minus root 3. Getting it guys? Root 2 into root 3. Root 6 I have written as root 2 into root 3. So this will become like root 3 in common, 2 minus 1. Root 3 in common, root 2 minus 1. Getting it guys? Okay, well, let's see if this is going to come same in all the terms. If you do for this term, it's going to become 3 minus root 6. So this is also like 3 minus root 3 into root 2. So this you can write it as root 3 into root 3 minus root 2. Are these two same, guys? Are these two same? Are these two same? This is the final difference final thing which you could find it here, right? So is these two same? It's not the same. It's not in AP, guys. That's the thing. So see, the thing is that if this root comes out, it becomes a bit tough. So that's how it is, guys. So this thing I reduced to this thing, and this thing I reduced to this thing. So I compared now whether these two are same or not. So it's not the same, guys, which means it's not a AP, because in an AP the difference should be same, right? Now let's go to this question. If you expand this and see, it's going to become like 1, 9, 25, 49. Now if you see, guys, clearly it's visible that difference is not the same, it's increasing, right? So if you find the difference, even then let's find the difference. A2 minus A1, it's going to become 9 minus 1 equal to 8. If you find the difference, A3 minus A2, it's going to become 25 minus 9, which is nothing but equal to 16. If you find difference, A4 minus A3, it is 49 minus 25, it will become 24. Getting it, guys? So if you see here, the difference is not the same, which means it is not an AP. Done, guys. Now let's go to the 15th sub question. It is, now if I write this, it's going to become 125, 49, 53 and so on. Now if I try to find the difference, guys, it's going to be D equal to 25 minus 1. It's going to become equal to 24. If I find the difference for next two terms, it's going to become 49 minus 25, which is also equal to 24. If I find the difference for the next two terms, 73 minus 49. So okay, 73 minus 49. 4. Okay, guys, so even this one becomes 24. So if you observe here, guys, in this series, the difference is same throughout, which means it is an AP. The condition for AP is that the difference should be same throughout, right? So it is an AP, right? So now let's find the next three terms. How will you find the next three term, guys? It's very simple. You have to add 24 to 73. Then it will become 97, right? So the next three term is 97, comma. Now again you have to add 24 to 97. This is going to become equal to 121. Now again you have to add 24 to 121. It's going to become 145. Getting it, guys? So these are the next three terms in the series. Done, guys. Now you can take the screenshot if you want. I'll move aside, right? So that's it, guys. This was the last question of your exercise 5.1, and we solved all the questions in this exercise, right? We have solved each and every question in detail. If you didn't understand any question, you can comment down in the comment section. I'll make a separate video on that question, or else I'll explain you in the comment section itself, right? If many people didn't understand that specific question, I'll make a separate video on it. So that's it, guys. That's pretty much about this exercise. So next term, in next lecture, we'll be starting a new topic, that is nth term of an AP, right? So before that, please make sure that you practice few questions based upon these concepts, so that you people won't remember it, right? And as I always say, maths is all about practice, right? So next lecture, let's meet again, guys. So until then, bye.